the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Tonight, a good one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. Off we go from Vegas. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Third and short. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On the play fake, Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He looks forward for maybe a yard. Devin White, that time on the stop.
Brings up second and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a second and 7. Dak to throw. On the move, past the 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He's got a man. It's C.D. Lamb. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at they even lost a yard there.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. That's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
And it didn't take long. Very quickly after Pete Carroll was named the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, he made it a point. He wants Geno Smith to be his quarterback. They have such a great relationship from their time in Seattle. Geno played the best ball of his career for Pete Carroll, and it's no wonder why he's here now under center, and they need him to be the leader of this franchise as they continue to try to build a contending team out in Las Vegas.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for Vegas. 32 yards.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket. And great example of it here.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Genty. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider first down.
The Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith out of the backfield. It's Ashton Genty. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Run right up the gut with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Gina. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, like we say, we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Cavante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16. And very quickly, a first down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They'll go with Williams. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cowboys.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Eric Stokes, the corner, there on the stop.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd down and 8. On play action, here's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 14. First down, Dallas.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
18 more yards.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
First and goal.
A chance here for this back to really show his speed. He saw the room on the perimeter, and he was able to get around the edge. Thought he was going to get right to the pylon. Comes up just short. Down near the goal line, sets up first and goal.
That is caught by the tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. The Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7.
Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense ready for their second possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They go play action with Smith. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Play action now. It's Gino. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. first down, it is Williams. Nice job timing the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Dak gonna run with it himself. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, Prescott. He'll try and get there up, and he will get into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cowboys will get out in front, 17-7.
Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lockett headed in motion. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. That's into the hands of the rookie, Dante Thornton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vegas.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Lockett headed in motion. On 2nd down, Smith. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. A Pro Bowler 4 years running. That is Max Crosby. In there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we're back in Vegas after this. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the veteran Ryan Anger on to punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for the Cowboys. 33 yards.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
2nd and 6.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards. second and 8.
Now, this looks like a design run.
Prescott on the keeper. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield.
Like, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. On the play fake, Dak. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Dak. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. From the shotgun, Smith under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's the run play on the corner blitz. He busts in there to make the play.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. He has Lockett. The Cowboys have it.
Like we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a handoff to Williams. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off enough here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He takes off. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genti. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
He's going to dial up another deep ball, and that is incomplete.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. 1st and 10 now from the 36. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
The play action. It's Prescott. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
There he goes again.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Cowboys 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
They'll go again with Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Lobby now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. Short throw that's pulled in by Mayer. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Gino. In trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Prescott on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good! From the other side of midfield, one of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the 2nd half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He finds the veteran Lockett. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Gino to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now, Gino. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Now this is going to be... the ball's out. The Cowboys have it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He'll step up and run. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And and the Cowboys add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. From the pistol, Smith. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On first down, here's Gino to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Logan Wilson getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
On second down, Smith. He'll air it out down the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
From the gun on third down, Smith. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's good.
What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. 1st and 10. Smith. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
At the 1-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense at
a dive, and he's in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
Carlson now for the extra point.
After.
He gets it to go, and the Raiders will get just a bit closer.
43, Raiders 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement. Because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And he's going to be close to a first down, up to the 34.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams. Needs to get to the 35. I'm not sure he got there. Defense thinks he is short, and he is. It is 4th down.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll bring this to about the 25. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Gino's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Smith now to throw on 1st down. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. They go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That one caught by Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And it's going to be 3rd down.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Genty, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. A 2nd down throw for Smith. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd and goal.
Third and goal. Here's Gino. On the move. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
On fourth down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal.
A 25-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will cut into that lead.
43.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return, here's Turpin. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. It's another run here for Williams. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gentry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Lockett headed in motion. From the gun, it's Gino. He's got a man. It's Lockett. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
A 1st down throw for Smith. Once again, right back to Lockett. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Throwing is Smith. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Here's Genty. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer.
43. Raiders 24.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They run over center with Williams. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Here's a handoff to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
First down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Dak to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down.
16 yards. First down. Cowboys.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Prescott. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Cowboys first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Second and goal.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
There on the tackle.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal. From the shotgun, it's down. Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Raiders 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's a handoff to Genty. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on second down. Smith. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. Well, that helps. Going to be a much more manageable third down. Getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Vegas.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
Gino now on first and 10. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Gino to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. First and 10 now from the 36. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Lockett headed in motion. Smith now to throw on first down. He's going to look downfield once again. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A pickup of 44 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Smith to throw on first and 10. He'll get this off to Genty. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. It's Geno. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Malcolm Kuntz. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 10. Prescott now. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of Nas.
And the Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10. And a Cowboy first down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards.
I'm all for giving the ball to your fullback and giving him a chance to get in on the action, but I don't love running him side to side. That's the running back's job. If you're going to give it to the fullback, plow ahead, come on offensive line, let's get some push. But now you find yourself losing yardage. I just don't love the call.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone, and they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point, but in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Vegas. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you are with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Dak. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. They got 14 there. Didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 3. On the give, it's Williams. And he will take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll try to run with their fullback, and he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Mike, typically speaking, the job of the defensive end on outside run plays is to set the edge of the defense, make everything try to cut back in. But in this case, he does a great job of actually stringing this play out sideways. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Now Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the Raiders 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll stop the football just beyond the marker and find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Genty, running left. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Smith. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And one of the Raiders able to get back in there and secure possession so they keep the ball.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Off the play fake. It's Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Run right at the gut with Genty. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Las Vegas.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Smith. Forced out left. Take, and he will score! Geno Smith, touchdown Raiders. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Cowboys nothing.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Williams. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Pistol now for Prescott. He'll step up and run, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, Prescott got a man. That's Tolbert. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They run on the jet sweep, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They run over center with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This from 30 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll lead to a second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Lockett on the slant. He's got it. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So, 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. Back deep to receive, the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A first down throw for Prescott. Open receiver, it's Tolbert. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Back to throw is Prescott. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Max Crosby. In for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Prescott now. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll run it with Williams. Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 29. Here's second down and a yard. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Cowboys first down. And 8 yards.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with first and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
A gain of 15 yards.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And for any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They'll run. It's Williams. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Williams, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7.
Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Gina. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd and long. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. That's the right side. He's got Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To the air again. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On play action. Here's Dak. He takes off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Second down, they need 3. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
10 yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Lou. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across. Setting up second and goal.
Second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second touchdown of this first half. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cowboys 17, Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll start on the ground with Genti. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
A gain of 9.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Smith to throw on first down. Open man, that's Dante Thornton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, Smith. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
That's the score. Cowboys 17, Raiders 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The play action. It's Prescott. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And a nice job defensively. They don't let him get away. It's good for 7, but it makes it 4th down.
Considering the down and distance, this is nothing more than just a safe play to see if he can break a tackle or two and just add yardage to the subsequent punt. They're all over it defensively, and they're going to bring him down well short of the line to gain.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
Smith now to throw on 1st down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Cowboys 17.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Pistol now for Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. A give, and here comes Williams. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Williams. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys cut the deficit down to 1. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Laube now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. First and 10, it's Genty. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Dak can throw it here on first down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
First down, Dallas.
Prescott on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Prescott's pass complete to Javonte Williams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith.
Smith's pass complete to Tyler Lockett. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. Lots of space. Past the 45, and he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 32
A big-time play for Vegas. 32 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll step up and run this. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Here's Smith. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he's not going to get too far. Tackle after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. In motion, that's Thornton. Play action. No chance at all. He'll go down. Logan Wilson gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the 3rd. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. On the play fake. Dak. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Williams. He's got the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 28. But the sticks will move. 1st down picked up on the ground.
Great work there by the interior of this offensive line, the center, the 2 guards, really working together to create that hole up the middle. And then it's just the vision of the back, Mike. There's a fine line between hitting that full speed, but also having a little bit of patience to let that play develop.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Well, after catching the last 2 passes, I think this guy's now in the huddle saying, all right, coach, give me a shot to make it 3. Let me finish this drive with a touchdown. And with the way these last few plays have gone, I wouldn't be shocked to see the quarterback.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And make it a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the 2nd half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Cowboys 28, Raiders 21.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Genty. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down. He's got this up to the 35.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Going for it all. He's got it! And he will score! Dante Thornton, touchdown Raiders. That his 2nd touchdown.
game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
That will tie the game, 28 all.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Here's a design run. He'll step up and run. He'll take this forward for about 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Now this looks like a design run. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He's into space past the 25. And he will go all the way. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good. Cowboys will go up by 7.
35. Raiders 28.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Lowby now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll go play action. It's Smith finding his tight end there. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Run right up the gut with Genti. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Raider first down.
17 yards. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A run. Genti. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Drive begins with a run by Williams. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. Prescott now. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down. Or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, My philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw, and he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. It's another run here for Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long. But in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll take this forward for about 5.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll get this off to Genty. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Vegas.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Smith. That's caught. Left side by Bowers. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's 3rd and
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. Got him, man. It's Lockett. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Second and goal.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Here's Gino. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll take this one in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. On the carry, it's Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 35-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's out wide to Williams. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
I like the play call there. Second, relatively short. Give your quarterback an opportunity to push this ball downfield, but realize this quickly. Nothing developing. Get the ball down to your back. Pick up a new set of downs.
Play action now. Prescott over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
From the 41, here's second and 7. They'll run it with Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So that's a big first down conversion because, Mike, as you take a look at the game clock, If they play this right, not only do they put themselves in position to score here to win this at the end, but they also can leave very little time left for their opponent to try to go down and answer.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Pistol now for Prescott. Quick shot caught by Colbert on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Dak to throw. Into the hands of Pickens.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On second down, it's Dak. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the hole, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
This one is complete. It's Pickens. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will go up by 7.
Raiders 35.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Lockett headed in motion. He'll get this out wide. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Gina. Once again, right back to Lockett. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Vegas.
10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
He was looking for Jack Besh that time. And 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, Smith again working deep downfield. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. It's a gain of 34. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he's in! Trey Tucker, touchdown Vegas. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Drive will start on the ground, and a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll stick with him again. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
It's a gain of 28.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Second down, Prescott. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
14 on the pickup. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 14. First down, Dallas.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Pass brought in by Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal now. Tackle made at the 9.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score. And I really like the play call, especially given this situation. But remember, these defensive players, they get paid too. So even though it's maybe something they weren't necessarily prepared all week to defend, they got the stop before he was able to score.
To the goal line and in. C.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will go up by 7.
49. Raiders 42.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Gino to throw. Short throw that's pulled in by Mayer. And them up and down just shy of the 40. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
7-yard loss.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. To throw, Smith, and that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll let one go down the middle. That is brought in. And he's going to have the Raiders first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone.
And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Cowboys first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cowboys will go up by 7.
Cowboys 56, Raiders 49.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Gino. Open man is Horton. He's got it.
Complete to Dante Horton Jr. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. That, Gino. That one caught by Tucker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Now timeout
yards.
Vegas. That is their second. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd
He was
and
seeking
10.
the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Smith. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now Smith. That's a short one, caught by Rhodes. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
That's another Raider.
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Vegas.